This is where we're going to take a look at Florida's big win against Texas. Of course, nobody knows what the heck it means for Billy Napier, but we're going to jump right in. A lot of easy reads here. I mean, as far as the statistics that led to the win, and really, I think this game probably should have been a little bit more of a margin towards Florida just based on the stats. Texas did a good job just keeping it close and even giving themselves a chance to tie it at the end. But the very first thing we're going to look at, man, they actually ran the ball. So Jordan Baugh had 27 carries, over 100 yards, had a really good day. And it's one of those things, just continue to feed the running game and didn't make DJ Lagway running as well. But right here on this one, just a little power read. And of course, whenever you go into the bye week, you can kind of put a few wrinkles in. Easy power read right here. They knew this guy was going to squeeze. So when he squeezes, of course, you're pulling here. If he would have widened out with this motion and reading this back, QB can go vertical there into the power, but instead able to get the ball on the edge. And, of course, distributing the football. DJ Lagway had 0 rushes this game, which that's, really what you want to try to do. Try to protect your quarterback, especially when he's a little bit banged up. But easy read there on the power read. And, of course, man-to-man here at the corner spot. So they can take 2 for 1. He goes in to crack the safety. So really good design here on the outside as well. And running back leads up on the edge, blocks the corner. Explosive play there early. I believe first drive here for Florida. I thought this was a really good look, and you can see kind of what they're doing. They're messing with these DNs just like they did on the power read. On this one, it's just a little bit of a stutter, and then he goes flat. You can see how wide this end is. They get great movement here. We're pretty light box here for it to be a 1st and 10, but right there, great movement. There's a double team going all the way out here, double team here to the only backer in the box. He goes to the flats. Looks like he's coming here to crack because he's the most dangerous. Just in case he does squeeze, they could pull it and get a little bit of a triple option look there. But you can see how wide he is and how he gets upfield. There's going to be your wash. Get vertical. This guy's going to have to fold in late, even though he has probably the assignment of guarding that fullback tight end that's going to the flats. But right there, just a ton of movement there on that nose, getting vertical. And if you get that kind of movement, horizontal or vertical, you're going to create a big play. And that's what happens here. Just going straight vertical on the safeties. Falls forward for 12. Early in the game. If you can get that movement, man, you're going to have a good night. Here's a look of the very first touchdown here from Florida, and they motion across. The numbers don't look great right here. For whatever reason, he's not just sitting in his gap and working there. He's probably working there. He's working up. And these guys should be working to try to cut off those guys. But either way, they ID'd a little bit differently, and they doubled here. So there is an unblocked guy. And you got your dude, of course, probably the player of the game right here, Baugh, going downhill one-on-one with a linebacker. And right there, man, that's what having good players does for you. Right? You have that guy right there that's free, didn't ID the linebackers correctly, get into their gaps. But just that cut right here. Just a jump cut and to be able to get away and then outrun the corner, to the end zone or outside linebacker, whoever that is. This is a heck of a play. Unbelievable athleticism. Boom, just jump cut and then sprint to the pylon. Big first touchdown right there. Awesome play. That was just a one-on-one tackling situation. They made him miss. Florida gets to the end zone for a big touchdown. Now running wide zone here out of the pistol to the short side of the field. You got your tight end here. And everybody should have a body. It's one of those things. Everybody's working there. Tight end, fullback. Tight end has a guy and it works all the way across. So center guard, actually the guy's supposed to work up here. Not great angle for this. But as you see, they kind of get caught up. There's the guard trying to get a piece of him. But then again, if you can get the edge, which obviously this guy right here, he's the only guy that can set the edge. And for whatever reason, they're able to get outside right there. Just not a great job setting the edge. Of course, the back outruns them here. Again, great players. And I think they got to feed him a lot more like they did this past game if they're going to be successful. But again, not able to set the edge, circling the defense. Again, explosive play, just wide zone. Pretty easy call there. Look here of wide zone to the short side of the field. This time getting a little bit of motion. Motion doesn't do anything for him. Really doesn't change anything. These linebackers shift just a little bit. But this is a really good look. This linebacker overplays this. Again, these 3 are responsible for those 3 on defense. Outside receiver right there, he's going to crack. He's the most dangerous. Leave that corner, make him make the play late. And again, wide zone, whenever they take 3 for 3, and that backside guard's able to cut off, and he goes too wide right there. So he fits over the outside on the wide zone. There's going to be your cut right there through the backside A, or that might be front side A. Either way, now up on the corner. So he did a great job just getting body on a body, horizontal movement here, and getting vertical, falling forward for the first down. Taking a hit, falling forward for an extra 2 or 3, that's a huge play as well. Just continue to move the sticks on an easy wide zone on 2nd and 6. Another big play in the game. It means 2nd and 10, and to be able to have the patience right here. I think this is a wide zone just based on how this guard is moving. Everybody else is basically right there, trying to reach here. And these 2, they're doubling here up, and it looks like they're basing there to the backside. He's coming to the front side, probably to block there. So all this looks like a wide zone, but then gets straight vertical. You see the creases they have because everybody, again, is moving horizontally that way. So getting vertical on a 2nd and 10, being able to run the ball and get 11, 12 yards is huge. not having to just sit there and drop back 50 times a game is big as well. Just being able to run the football. I mean, Texas wasn't able to do it, and we'll see that later. But right there on a 2nd and 10, being able to run the football, get a first down, I think that's huge, keeping Texas off balance and just being patient with that running game. 3rd and 3, everybody in the box because they're in bunch and they're just running inside zone. And the patience here by Ball is unbelievable. He sees this linebacker get over the top right here playing this B gap. So right there, he just puts his foot in the ground and goes all the way back to the A gap. Again, really good athlete and able to get vertical. Just the explosiveness and the ability to have the power after being stopped right there and then falling forward. I mean, really good players make plays. I mean, it's just the little things. This isn't a huge play, but this is 3rd and 3. Keeping Texas offense off the field. Florida getting a first down. Able to shoot a little bit more clock there in the 3rd quarter on just, basically a one-on-one play. Really good run there by the running back. So obviously the running game was huge. Able to own the line of scrimmage. Able to run the clock and kind of own the game. And the next thing that is really big is Lagway not having to drop back 1,000 times. He was 21 and 28, obviously around 30 passes, which is not a big deal, but he didn't have one rush. So he wasn't sacked once. They didn't force him to run the football. He had 2 touchdowns, but he did have 1 interception. And we'll look at the interception as well. But really efficient day, and that's what you're looking for, especially coming out of the bye week, trying to get back right there for DJ Lagway. One thing that DJ was really efficient on is they ran mesh a couple times, even though they catch him in zone coverage here. Just a really efficient throw. I mean, he sits in the pocket, getting condensed there to him, but does a great job. Hey, he's getting condensed. I've got a chance to throw that mesh to him. Then an accurate football to the receiver working across, and of course going to your right. Puts it on his upfield shoulder, so he's able to run through that and get to the first down right there. Even though against zone coverage, we're typically trying to run that against man. Great accurate football play right here, 3rd and 6. Able to keep him running and get that first down early in the first quarter. They did this a couple times. They see the corner playing way off, giving ground, just 1, 2, 3, running a hitch, and just ripping it out there to him. And of course, make that guy tackle you, runs through him, gets an extra 5+ yards after contact. It's a really good play here. Making those guys come down and play. Now, when they come down and play, now you can throw it vertical. But again, just taking completions on the edge, which is something you got to do. Try to lighten that box, make those guys run a little bit. So I thought this was a really good idea from Florida's offense. Just take completions. Don't let those guys play so far off and just play safe. Make them come down and play man-to-man and press. I had this play on here because, man, DJ looked really comfortable on this. Looks like they motion out. He may be running a vertical. He's running deep, maybe a curl. In his back, after he play actions, his guy doesn't blitz. He ends up going to the flats. So just the patience and just kind of the poise here from Lagway looks really good. So faking right there, the run downhill, and then sitting in the pocket. It's on a 1st and 10. So again, calling shots and calling play actions early in the down and distance is really good as well. And how efficient they were was big time. So right here, man, just sits in the top of the pocket and just rips this football. I mean, this one was great protection. Nothing getting condensed. This is basically playing 7-on-7, ripping it through a window. And you see this back getting out wide, hopefully taking eyes, and boom. Man, this is a heck of a throw, ripping it through a window to a wide open guy. So, I mean, awesome play. Looked very composed, and then just able to throw an accurate football whenever there's nobody in your face. Another play action here this time, getting a guy right in his face. So right there, you're getting a curl. He's getting a deep crosser. And we saw everybody kind of running this as well, just a little play action. Again, just how patient DJ is and just kind of how comfortable he looks. They have a free hitter here. I mean, they're pulling the guard, trying to block his DN. I would say that's probably not the greatest idea in the world, but right there, a guy in his face. Safety's playing off. That safety would have been tight. This could have been an issue, but since that safety's playing so far off, able to throw this curl right there, right now, and not have to hold it, wait for that crosser, trying to get over the top. So right there, wide open. Guy's about to hit him right in his face. Great job getting the ball out to your first option, getting a completion, accurate football as well. Even though this thing gets knocked out, man, and this was an issue. Really, this was their first turnover. But I thought it was a great play by Lagway. I mean, putting it on his face mask, giving him an opportunity. Hate that it ended up being a turnover, which led to some Texas points. But right there, just the poise looked really good from DJ Lagway, even though it ended up being a bad play overall. Another look here of DJ Lagway, man, just his accuracy. And this time they actually are getting some pressure. As you see, the interior line is getting pushed back. There's a guy free. But, man, just the accuracy. They're running some sort of a crosser mesh here. And to be able to throw this ball accurately, and you see him just kind of drifting back. So if he's drifting back, throwing this thing off his back foot, and throw this thing to his right, out in front of this guy, man, that's really impressive. That's a pretty good arm strength, and of course the accuracy off balance is really good. Doesn't even have to break a stride, doesn't even have to really raise his hands up at all. It just hits him right in the chest, and he just keeps running away from man-to-man. Turns into an explosive play right there. Great accuracy, great job just drifting back a little bit. Good feel in the pocket there by Lagway, and then of course the accuracy is really good as well. Of course, another RPO here. They did this a couple times in the game. One time this DB just falls down. But with that little bit of motion from 2x2, they see the safeties roll. You got to press corner. So right there, they just end up throwing a fade here to the outside receiver. Throw that thing up because you know your receiver's a little bit bigger than this DB. DB's obviously not a short guy, But, I mean, good football player, puts that thing up and away, man. DB jumps early, has no chance at the ball. I mean, this is an awesome throw, awesome catch. Again, big play right there, press, the roller safety away, take your shot on that fade, and that's what they do, connected on a big play here, getting down inside the red zone. Couple plays later here, and man, I thought this was a great RPO, great call. As you see, DB's playing off. He is man-to-man. They're running inside zone where they're getting two pullers here to this side, getting downhill. If he steps in, you're going to throw this bang 8 right there. You got to beat that safety with the throw. This outside receiver's got to beat this corner with the route. But right there, linebacker step in. So the DJ flips his hips, throws this thing to the DB, beats the safety, and, of course, the receiver beats the corner. So huge play right here. Second touchdown here for Florida. On a really good call. I mean, running it right there at him, making that linebacker stepped in and throw that bang 8 right behind him for a big touchdown. So rolling through, looking at DJ Lagway, just some of the efficiencies. And, man, of course, he was efficient, but then he pushed the ball down the field. And on this one, man, just the poise in the pocket. They're trying to condense that pocket back to him. Pretty good pro here. You see his eyes start to the left. Not sure exactly what's going on, but they get a post here from this receiver. He ends up rolling down the field, and they put this thing up high. Man, this is a great play. I mean, puts it up high, one-on-one. This guy comes down with it, and they get lucky to get him on the ground right there. Ford comes over, makes the play, but, man, awesome throw. Pushes this thing down the field, a little bit flat-footed, but still able to drive this thing down the field. It's a really impressive play. You can just see the natural talent there from the quarterback. Let's play right here. I mean, it's not really an RPO. You got a screen. Over here to this side, you're getting extra blockers. One-on-one here with the press corner. So they ended up taking it, and I'm glad they did. Right there, the corner falls down. Just a little bit of contact there by both of them. But the corner just falls down, slips. And, man, they throw it to him. Then just the tightrope is an awesome job. Right, great job here just finishing. Make sure you don't get pushed out of bounds. Make the offense snap it again. Finish in the end zone. And that's what they do. So, I mean, really good play. Really lucky that they found this one. Obviously, press corner, you're probably going over there either way. But to be able to make that happen, of course, the guy falls down. Turns into a huge play here. Really the final score there for Florida, and they just try to hold on there at the end of the game. But big play, great find there by Lagway, and then great finish there by the receiver as well. Good recognition here from DJ Lagway, seeing the blitz. No really reason to hold the football at all. I mean, it's 3rd and 6. You're going vertical here. The middle is vacated. He's going kind of a delayed route going across. Man, give it to him right there. And, of course, off his back foot. Again, just the rotation of the hips. Easy throw and catch there. You got safety trying to roll down to the middle of the field. He's late to it. But great recognition of the blitz. Able to get that thing out, get a completion. Big first down there. Keeping the clock moving there with the ball in Florida's hands. Here's an interception from DJ Lagway. And, of course, this is one we'd love to have back. And whenever you're looking at it, maybe it's a slot fade, maybe it's whatever. But they motion that tight end out. And you got a slot fade or a vertical here. That's obviously got more space. Outside leverage playing way off. Almost pushing this guy into the middle of the field. And it's a fade against outside leverage, and then his safety's flying over because he was on the hash, never really got off. So right there, man, made it a 2-on-1. And, of course, a little bit of pressure up front. Just a center getting beat with his one-on-one, and, of course, hits the arm. But not real sure exactly where he's throwing this. I mean, you got outside leverage corner on a fade, and you got a safety in the middle. Man, hopefully you can find this guy, especially if you feel that safety is kind of staying over there to that single side. Go over there away from it and push that vertical down the field on that side, so it's at least a 1-on-1, not a 2-on-1. But it ends up being an interception, and really kind of leads to Texas staying in the game on this, because it is one of those that, man, if they could just stay on the field, they might run away with it, get an extra, even if a field goal would be huge on this spot, because you go up 3 scores. But right here, first error of the night for DJ. Bad time to have it. Of course, allowed Texas to stay in the game. I just really like this call, man. They started off and, 21 personnel set, motion across. Tight end, he's going to the vertical. Tight end going to the corner. You end up getting this fullback come over here to the flats as well. So you can get a high-low as you're faking downhill with the running back. On first 10-10, man, play action is always good. Boom. You see it right there in the flats. Easy throw and catch. Get that ball out of your hand. You see the corner out there by the tight end as well. Probably could have some space right there. Don't go never go broke taking a profit. Take the profit right there to the fullback and let him circle the defense, make him tackle him, and right there, really good gain. Getting out of the deep yellow zone, on your own 5-yard line, getting a completion there into the flats and getting 7-8 yards is huge, especially with 3 minutes left in the game, only up by 1 score. We saw the efficiency of DJ Lagway, and man, you look on the other side. Arch had some good stuff. He ran around, made some plays. But he ran the ball 15 times. That includes 6 sacks. So it's one of those things, getting hit a lot. And, sometimes that's what you like to do. But I'd typically say, hey, on the road, we probably don't want to take 6 sacks. It's going to be tough. How they stayed in the game is kind of mind-blowing to me. I thought Florida, if you just look at the box sheet, should have won that by 3 or 4 scores. Right here, just kind of looking at some of the deficiencies here for Arch Manning. And on this one, man, they're just running GT. He got a little bit of RPO here on the outside. He's going to the flats. But if you just look at the base formation, he's going to go back. These guys are pulling. They're probably down blocking there to the backside. He might be going right there as well, pulling the kick, pulling the lead, whatever. But quarterback, we got to read backside C, and that's what they have right here. So right here, he just squeezes down. He ain't reading him because he's ended up reading this outside linebacker. He's just sitting there in the back hip, and he just makes the tackle. So right here, it's kind of an inefficiency. He didn't know if they screwed up as far as trying to run this against that look, or maybe the center looks like he's trying to go all the way back, and then he's coming off right there to the inside. Maybe they said, hey, we're going to take care of that guy for you. But either way, either this is a mess up by the O-line or mess up by Manning. Either way, man, negative play here early in the game. Sets the tone. Defense creating negative plays in the run game is huge. Puts him behind the sticks. And, of course, Manning had to throw the ball a ton of times. And, of course, taking 6 sacks is big as well. Here's a look. Florida, man, bring some pressure. Bring a little bit of heat, all that stuff. But they get a guy wide open. Sark gets a guy wide open. Kind of on a double move. Like maybe he sticks it to the out and then goes vertical. And just through the pressure and Manning throwing this thing like Uncle Rico as he's getting hit, man, they miss it. They miss a big play, a chance for an explosive play here on 3rd and 9. Did that 2 or 3 times this game, man. It's one of those that Manning, and if he was a really good quarterback, you're going to make that throw under pressure. So, I mean, that's one of those things. All the hype over that guy, and then, of course, he's just missing wide open receivers 2 or 3 times throughout the game. It's tough to live with. You look at one of the 2 interceptions, and on this one, again, throwing this ball to the middle of the field, with a basic here and high, throws it high, inaccurate football, and zone eyes here from the safety. He sees the ball thrown, it just hits him right in the chest. So just inaccurate football. Is there space right here? A little bit. I mean, you have to throw a really good football and put it on his body. A little bit more space here to the basic, to the other side of the field. But, man, he's forcing it there. Tight coverage on a 2nd and 19. Throws it high when guys have zone eyes. A recipe for disaster right there. Big interception here from Florida. 1 or 2 on the day for the Florida defense. Second interception of the day, man. Manning's trying to force this thing way down the field. You really got a post corner really deep. You got a crosser. And I think the read is correct. I mean, right there you see the corners kind of sloughing off. There's your space you want to try to exploit. And he rips this ball as far as he can. Just one of those, this safety makes a great play. So right there he's got his hips open, thinking that he's running a crosser. And when he puts his foot in the ground, he goes back over here. Watch him center field turn to get back over the top of it. So boom, he sees him cut back to the other side. He center field turns and does a great job of locating the football and coming down with it. This is an awesome football play here by the safety, man. Center field turn that on that double move and then just finishing, just laying out and making a play, man. That's an awesome play by the safety, man. I mean, probably one of the best DB plays of the week, being able to find the football after that center field turn. And again, huge play in this game as well. I mean, if they complete that pass, they got a chance. And of course, 6 sacks. Here's one where they got absolutely scot-free on this one. Had everybody walk down. An empty look here from Texas. And they just rushed 4, but it just happens to be the right 4. He crosses face here. This guy would be the guy that would be hot if everybody blitzed. And, man, they hit home, get him on the ground, and nowhere to go with the football for Manning. Of course, trying to go hot here where that guy vacated. Linebacker drops to it, kind of takes it away quickly, has to hold on to it. Big sack there, of course. 1 of 6 for the Florida defense on the day. Great look here of a coverage sack and, of course, condensing to the pocket. Manning had a couple big plays, which that was really all they had was Manning scrambling around and making plays. They did complete a couple passes down the field, but they condensed the pocket. You see him getting vertical, condensing the pocket back into him. So this is a great job right here. Being patient and just understanding, hey, our coverage is going to hit home. We got to condense it. Don't give him anywhere to run. He tries to step up, and by the time he steps up, everybody's kind of right there around him and finishes him off right here with a big sack. So this is an awesome rush. Stay in your rush lanes, not let him get vertical and get a first down right there on you and get him on the ground. Obviously, make him use a timeout and run some time off the clock here in the 4th quarter. Of course, the last play right here, and they do it by having a spy. So they got a spy right here for Manning, knowing that he's probably going to step up, try to buy some time. And when he steps up, they condense the pocket, get him on the ground. Clock runs out, man. Awesome game. I mean, good finish right there. I can't believe Texas was within 1 score. And the last thing that really should have put this game over the top, I mean, whenever you block a punt, which is what happens right here, they overload the left side. And you see the shield guy right here. He goes outside because they brought it to the corner. Instead of saying inside out, you should leave that widest guy to try to get there and make the block. And instead, he goes out wide. You leave an interior guy free, and right there just run through the foot So that's what they do right there, man. Awesome play. Well coached as far as the fundamentals of blocking it. Two hands together right there at the foot. You know, one of those that you kind of get unlucky that thing goes through the back of the end zone. But, again, great call. Mess up right here from Texas by this outside shield. Should have stayed inside out right here instead of going wider. Probably get that thing off. But either way, man, whenever you have a blocked punt, you have 6 sacks versus 0. You win the turnover margin. You run the ball much better at a better clip than Texas. I think it was like 5 yards a carry, 4 to 5 yards a carry for Florida, and like 1 yard a carry for Texas. Whenever you have stuff like that, you should win the game. Now, I can't believe they only won it by 1 score. They played a really clean game. I thought it was a really good plan by the coaches. So, man, hats off to Florida. Bye week, found a way to win against a good Texas team. Texas is still struggling. Not sure if they're going to be able to go on a Red River and have the success that they were hoping to have this year, man. It might be one of those down years for Texas, 3-4 losses even. But either way, man, hey, interesting game. Very dominant by Florida, even though it was only a one-position game. It'll be interesting to see how they finish the rest of the year.